welcome to another Drive-In Double Feature. I'm Ryan,
I'm Nathan.
and this is the podcast where we talk about two movies a week every Tuesday and Thursday. But before I have anything at all, we have a Patreon over at patreon.com/Drive-In Double Feature Podcast. Nathan, I was at my local sushi place getting some lovely tempura
Ooh,
where
I
I
love
was just,
tempura.
yeah, I love tempura. I love the nice flaky skin. And
Hmm.
anyway, as I was enjoying my tempura, they said somebody had looked over and they said, "Oh, if you like that tempura, there's one thing you'll definitely love, and that's the Patreon for Drive-In Double Feature Podcast. It's
Hmm.
got some fun games, fun conversations, just a good old time between two friends over there that are just loving life." And I said, "Oh, that sounds good." And they said, "I hope Nathan and Ryan realize how much we appreciate them." And I said, "I think they know."
Oh, we know.
Yes. But like I said, it's only $5 a month. It doesn't affect any regular content. But today we are going to be talking about The Machine Girl, which is directed by Noboru Iguchi. This is a movie I had seen a while ago, actually, like right around the first time it came out. I believe I rented it from Netflix when on the DVD
Oh,
service,
wow.
and I was just like, you know what? I remember that being a kind of a fun watch, so let's just see if it's still just as good. Um, so I wanted to check it out. Had you heard of this movie before, Nathan?
There's this band I really like called Machine Girl, and their name is a reference to this movie. And I feel like I've just seen it around when people talk about like Japanese, like I think it's like splatter films, stuff like that, very
Hmm.
gory movies. This one comes up, but I've never actually sat down and watched it, so it was my first time like getting into it, and I didn't know a whole lot going in.
Good, good. Yeah, I remember it being a very bloody movie. That's the only thing I could remember, and it still is. It's a very bloody, disgusting movie, like almost like so over the top that it's like silly almost, and it's
Yeah,
just
it's not like a torture movie or anything like where it's like so hard to watch. It's very goofy with its blood and gore.
yeah. I mean, it'd be like one. I mean, like because it's the main character. I forget her name. I think it's just Amy or Ami, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, Ami or
Yeah,
Amy,
it's just
whatever it is.
yeah, Amy, I believe is saying is
Okay.
she she has like how the movie starts is that she finds some bullies that were bullying her brother and he
Mhm.
had died at some point, and she just pulls out a big giant uh machine gun arm, like a big giant Gatling gun, which is for her left arm, and she just starts mowing down all the bullies, like so much so where it's just like there's one where like it just blows like a hole in his face, another one where it's just like it just takes off like little chunks of his face at a time, just like dee, 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 and just like until it's just nothing is there. Um, Very heavy CGI use because it's funny almost because it's like the amount of blood from the CG, you would think like this whole room would just be painted red, but then like when
Yeah.
they fall down to when you see them like on the ground, it's just like these little like tiny
Oh yeah.
puddles of red,
Yeah,
just like
do that
barely any
so
blood.
often. They do that so often where it'll be like one shot, just a ton of blood, and the next one it's like no blood at all.
Hmm.
It's all CG, and it's 2008 CG, and I think looking at the movie quality here, this movie had to have been made with like a very, very low budget. So it's not like the best looking gore, but I feel like that's part of like it's almost part of the charm. You get like used to it. It's kind of like this great movie I watched once, Despiser, where that movie
Hmm.
really worked with its visuals. If you've ever seen it, but no, no, I do think I think it uses its CG blood to an extent where it's like really it becomes fun to see.
Now let me ask you, Nathan, because now that you mentioned the quality of it, did you watch this on Tubi?
Yes, yeah. So I watched it with the dub.
Okay, so I watched on Crunchyroll, and they had the sub version there.
Gotcha. And when you
Um,
originally watched it, did you watch it dubbed?
it was subbed then.
Really, have you? So you've never seen the dub for this movie?
No.
Dude, oh my God. Do yourself a favor. It is
Why is it?
horrible. So, but like it's horribly fun. Like it's so man, the voices don't match, and they use like it's like the most cheap stock American actors that you could find. But there's some really like gem of lines. Like there's like one point where Amy has like or Ami has a friend at school, and it's just the way she
Mhm.
delivers this line of like, if you weren't a girl, I might actually think about dating you. Just like and the way it's delivered is really fun. Yeah, it was. I think the dub helped it a little, but who knows? I didn't watch the sub version.
I mean, it's still ridiculous and everything, like even with
Yeah.
the subtitles. But no, that's funny. I should go back and watch it at some point.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, the thing I noticed, which I don't know what was going on with the Crunchyroll version, but it looked like somebody ripped it from like a VHS tape or something.
No, the Tubi version is the same. It's low quality, like where your night scenes are really dark and you could barely see them.
That and like you could see like the tracking like at the top and bottom.
Oh, I did not have that issue. I did not see any tracking lines. Interesting. Mine was just kind of pixelated. Mine, you say yours is VHS. Mine was like a DVD rip, like an old DVD rip or something. But I want to say that might just be the movie. I like that might just be the quality of the movie when it was shot just on digital.
Maybe like I'm trying to remember like I don't I feel like I don't know if I remember it being that bad or that egregious, but
Hmm.
um it could have been. I don't know. Um but anyway, um Amy, she is we do go back to the past. Um and
I'm
we play
sorry.
some shitty games that suck ass.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Just to get that out of our system.
No, she goes back to the past and we get to see like how she lost her arm, because she's just a normal teenage girl.
Hmm.
She
Good at
excels really
basketball.
well at she excels really well at sports.
Hmm.
Her parents are dead, and they basically if they were accused of murder, and they're like, no, my parents were the ones that were murdered. They weren't the murderers. It just
Yeah. I love how they don't explain that. It's just literally we're I thought it was really funny that we were supposed to trust her. Like she's like, my parents never actually murdered anybody, and I'm supposed to take her word for it. Like
yeah, just take her word. Like, yep, all right, whatever you say.
yeah, because literally everyone in town is like, "Oh, your parents were killers, and you're a killer just like them."
Pretty much. We never get any type of resolution to that. Anyway, like she does have a little brother, not much younger than her, probably like a year or two younger than her, and
Hmm.
he he basically has a lot of trouble with some bullies, and he's end up having like steal money from his sister just to pay these bullies just so they leave him alone.
Hmm.
And after he pays him and his friend, because it's him and his other friend, which are they pay them, and then the bullies are basically just like, all right, great, bring 10 times that amount tomorrow, basically.
Yeah, and he's
And
like, "I don't care about money at all. I care about watching people suffer." And he burns the
yeah,
money right in front of them. So like we're setting up that like the bad guys in this movie are just
they're
psychopaths.
they're evil just to be evil.
Yeah, exactly. So like if that doesn't tell you just how over the top this movie is, like like it's just that's just crazy. But yeah, so basically like you have this really bullied kid and his friend and yeah. Yeah, it's a little sad, a little pathetic.
Yeah, they're good kids, they just want to be left alone from these bullies, and basically the bullies just like, if you don't pay me, I'm gonna steal your sister. I'm going to kidnap your sister, and then put her in my
Yeah,
whorehouse.
that's exactly what he says in the movie. He's like, I'll take your sister and I'll put her in a whorehouse.
So
Because his dad is like a Yakuza boss.
yeah,
I mean, his mom is uh, his mom is I forget what her backstory is, but she's also some like trained evil killer, even more evil than the Yakuza boss.
yeah. So this movie, like everybody that's not her or the other boy's family is just evil.
Hmm.
And like you said, like the boss, like all of a sudden, they cut to the boss, like with the little boy, with the young Yakuza son,
Hmm.
and a maid shows up at like the wrong time, and he's just like killer, like just
That's right.
like just yeah, she doesn't know, and then like you see his mom just like beating the crap out of like one of the other maids. It's like, yeah, this one needs to be trained more, and then she just ends up like just stabbing her anyway, just be like, bye bye, like
Yeah, it's I don't know. So like they're just killing people left and right. Um, but I'm trying to remember, how does the bullied kid die?
so the her brother.
Yeah, her brother, yes.
So they meet up with the bullies at like this parking garage, and they're meant to pay them, and they're like, no, we're not paying, like we're done, we're gonna finally stand up for ourselves. So
Hmm.
the two victims, like they start trying to beat up the bullies, and they actually put up like a little bit of a
That's
good
right.
fight at first, and then they do get overpowered, and then finally the bullies just like throw them over the edge of the parking garage, and they fall to their deaths.
Yeah, that's
And
right. And that's when
eh,
go ahead.
well, I mean, there's also too like that scene, like Amy finds out like her brother's in trouble, and she's like rushing to go find him, and
Hmm.
then all of a sudden she just like bumps into these strangers, and there's like, where are you going, little and it's like they almost try to like sexually assault her, and
But
she
yeah,
like they throw her in the van and start ripping like her shirt off, and but then she overpowers them and just beats the crap out of them, because
yeah,
that's the thing in this one, like because even like her brother was like, my sister trained me, and she's even tougher than me, type of thing, and he's like, well, she didn't train you good enough, and that's when he kills him. And
hmm,
so she does have like a fighting background, and she does get there. She finds out that her brother is dead, and then she kind of swears revenge against the other bullies.
yeah. And this is when my like probably my favorite sequence in this movie is when she goes to talk to the one kid who's connected to the bully, and his dad is a cop, I believe, and they're like
Hmm.
he's just trying to get information, and of course the cop guy, he's like, I will protect my son at all cost. How dare you question him, and that becomes a huge fight in this like just apartment. And
Well, yeah, but remember she even says to the mom, and she's like, it's like, well, they were being bullied. They must have done something to deserve it.
That's right.
Right?
That made me laugh out loud. Yeah, they must. There must be a reason why they bullied him. Which is, that's actually, yeah, I think speaking truth. Yeah, that there's usually a reason for
Hmm.
bullying. You did it to yourself, kid.
That's right.
No, 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 no. Don't take that to heart. Um, but yeah, there's a scene you referenced a little bit earlier where the mom takes her hand and puts it in a frying pan and makes it tempura. So I thought it was going to be something disgusting, right? Like, oh, she's going to have like burnt flesh or something. But they pull it up and it literally has like panko crumbs on her arm, like the giant tempura shrimp or something.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh," and like when they pull it out of the vat, it's like, "Oh, look how good and crispy it is."
Yeah,
It's
it's golden crispy. Yeah, that was funny. Um, and
and
then
you think there too is like that's how she loses her arm, but that's not how she loses her arm either.
no, yeah, I thought so too. I thought that's what was going to happen because that's kind of what I felt like for me. The movie was building up to like, how does she lose her arm? How does she get the machine gun hand? The machine gun thing doesn't come in till late into the movie.
No, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Um, because eventually she is able to track down the Yakuza boss,
Hmm.
and he ends up capturing Amy, but then he just like slowly starts slicing off pieces of her arm,
Hmm.
and there's just blood everywhere, and finally she's able to escape, and she goes, while she's going on this like killing spree as well, and because before, like you said, like the murder plot point of like her parents being murderers, they've been kind of shunned by the families, like so the other boy's parents, um they were basically just like at the funeral was like, hey, like I don't want anything to do with you, like your parents are cursed, the whole reason why my son's dead is because of your brother, so just don't even bother me. But her arm is chopped off, and she's trying, she's bleeding out, and she's able to make it to their like garage because they also run like an auto shop type of thing, like a chop shop,
Yeah.
and they're able to help create um a gun arm for her, like
Yes.
just
Yeah, because I guess the automotive work goes into it. I do
hmm
I do like that when they meet each other again after getting hurt. Mickey is her name.
yeah,
They get into a big fight just to like prove to each other, and that's how they bond is over fighting. Which her name is Mickey. So do you think that in some way this could be the story of my favorite Godzilla character after after the events of Godzilla? Just because her name is also Mickey.
oh right,
My
right.
favorite
Um,
psychic.
oh, maybe that's her.
I don't think so. I don't.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, I guess if she could read, if no, she can't read minds. That she just has.
No. Maybe she was hiding it.
Yeah, she went into hiding after Godzilla went away.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think that whole part of the movie is pretty fun, the dynamic between them, because Mickey takes it really hard, but the father seems to handle it pretty like decently. The whole like the son being dead,
Yeah,
he knows she's not to blame. And she thinks of it as more as like it's giving Mickey something to live for. But but of course that's where they get together, they band together, and it's time for all of them to have revenge.
yeah, because I mean, the Yakuza boss and his son are basically the whole reasons why that their loved ones are dead. So they kind of do team up eventually to take out this Yakuza boss. Because her husband, Mickey's husband, ends up getting like sliced and diced. It's just like he gets like these like wires, like you just like go through them, and it's just like, just like little chunks, like it
Yeah.
just falls off of, like he just like falls apart into pieces.
Yeah. And there's some like fun effects like that. I'm trying because like for a movie that's like about the gore and splatter, I feel like some of it like kind of not moments like that, but there are some moments that like blend together. I feel like there's a lot of like heads getting blown off, big holes in heads. They like shooting heads in this movie.
They do. Uh, there's a lot of shooting in this one. There's a lot of slicing and dicing, a lot of limbs being done, and people losing their arm, and it just sprays like it's a fire hose.
Yes, yeah. Um,
Oh, because when that one guy died, like she chops off that one bully's head, and that one guy's like in the bathtub, and he's just like, "Here, take a bath," and he's just like, "No,
that's right.
no." Ah."
God, there's so many goofy moments like that in this movie. I don't know. This movie has such a like a lovable like tone to it. But of course, the father dies, so Mickey and him actually go to the where the clan is hiding. But I guess they banded all of the parents together in the town to be against them. And so now they have a whole like crowd of people to kill. But now she has her machine gun, so now she
Oh,
can easily just
the soup was it like the Super Mourner Squad?
I don't, honestly, I don't remember. Yeah, it was
They
like that. It was the Super Mourner Squad. Yes.
because they killed all the bullies, and they were
Uh-huh.
like you killed our sons, and now we're the Super Morpher Squad.
That's right. And then of course they kill them except Mickey dies, which is my favorite character.
Well, Mickey loses her leg at a certain point,
Yes, yeah.
and then she gets a chainsaw leg, so she's able to like
That's right.
use a chainsaw, like, and she does like these swiping kicks and to chop them up. And but yeah, like you said, eventually she does die, and it's just Amy left, and she does end up killing the Yakuza boss. So the only people that are left are just like his son and his wife. Those are the only
Mhm.
two left.
Yeah.
And the son's able to like he like runs away like because he doesn't want to get killed, and his mom shows up and she's got this drill bra.
Yeah, a drill bra of all things. CG effect too of them starting drills, and I think like that's what because she shoots her and the drill bra protects her, right? Or is she just like
Hmm.
impenetrable to bullets? That's something silly like that.
Yeah, something like that. And she goes over and she grabs Amy and she hugs her. And of
Hmm.
course, like the drill bra is just like digging into her chest, and Amy's just like, ah. And just like you just see like gallons and gallons of blood just like coming out of Amy. Like her whole body has probably just been like shredded to pieces.
Hmm.
And but then she gets up afterwards and she's got some blood on her chest, but that's about it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and she's fine. She's not like sickly. She's not pale. She's kicking still. She can still get in a fight. Um,
yeah,
I actually love the son's bit of this movie because he's such a coward. He has a group of kids he's bullied and he hides in the middle of them. And he's like, if you're gonna kill me, you're gonna have to kill all of them too. And they get so scared, the bullies, that they start peeing themselves, like all of them in unison,
yeah.
tripping down their leg.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then that she kicks the mom into the puddle of piss, which
Yeah,
short circuits the drill bra and just like electrocutes her.
that's
And
right. I forgot about that.
and she ends up shooting off their heads, and their
Hmm.
their heads like end up switching bodies. Yeah, like I was saying, like she shoots off their heads and their heads end up switching bodies at the end of the movie.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Um, no, and I'm trying to remember. I don't know why. Like haven't I watched this yesterday. I don't know why I'm having trouble remembering it. But she like tries to commit suicide at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah, she does. She almost commits suicide at the end of the movie, but then she hears a noise and she's just like, just like gets back into a
That's
fighting
right.
stance.
Which there is a
So
sequel.
there is a sequel and there is a short movie as well.
Oh, there's a short movie. Oh, okay, interesting.
It's like her friend or whatever, because her friend gets killed in this movie, but apparently
Mhm.
she survives, and she also is a machine girl afterwards.
Oh my God. Her friend star I kind of liked her friend in this movie, so I would watch that. That actually sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, that one is available, and so is there is a sequel as well.
And are those
Um,
also on Crunchyroll?
I don't believe so.
Garbage. Get them on there now.
I know, but um, yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, it's a really ridiculous movie. There's so much like just gory violence, just like violence, just to be indulgent with that type of stuff, and
Hmm.
very gross at times. Um, very silly. Nothing. All these performances are completely over the top. They're not, nobody's taking this thing very seriously. It's just uh, a very silly movie, but it's a pretty fun watch, I'll say. I mean, it kept me pretty entertained watching it. I mean I enjoyed it. I mean, so if you're really into like these super extreme gore movies, I'd say check it out. If not, that's if gore is not really your thing, then it probably should avoid it.
Oh yeah, no, this movie is only for a certain type of person, like people that like can handle gore and have a silly time. Yeah, I think it was fun. I don't think I like loved it or anything, but it like you said, it was entertaining. So I had a good time with it. I give it a light recommend if you're into this sort of deal, kind of like you said.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that's gonna do it. So, Nathan, what are we gonna be talking about next time?
All right, well, Ryan, it is the return of Sawzilla, and guess what? We're going to be doing Saw, the final chapter, otherwise known as Saw 3D. So, yeah.
Well, it was a good run. It's a good movie to
Oh,
end
yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Um,
they did the final chapter and they really stuck to their guns with that one.
yeah, I think it's really admirable that they were able to do something like that.
hmm But Ryan, what are we covering? What Godzilla movie are we covering?
But Nathan, we're gonna be talking about Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, and unfortunately, guys, you gotta pay up. It's only available on digitally, so pay up if you want to watch that one.
All right, I'll be paying.
Well, if you have any thoughts and opinions, please email us over at drivein-double-feature-podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/drive-in-double-feature-podcast and check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/drive-in-double-feature-podcast. But until next time.
Until next time.